Hello, 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 my darlings. Today is Tuesday. I'm so glad to see you. Oh my goodness, I get excited when I know that you're watching and we're talking and we're having conversations about life and fun and joy and health after 65. Now, if you're younger than 65, then it's all right. You can stay with me. It's no problem. But I just say 65 because I know you are getting Social Security. You on the AARP health plan by now, and or you're 65 and you're very wealthy. I mean, it could be very wealthy or on a payment plan. I don't know, but you're over 65. I know that. And over 65 comes with some special stuff, honey. Yes, it does. Now, today I don't have on a get up. Let me tell you what I have on today. A jogging suit. It's cute. But I don't wear jogging suits because my good friend, Wayne McMillan, I love Wayne McMillan. Wayne told me once, like, girl, where you going in a jogging suit? You don't jog. Ooh. Once he told me that, I didn't buy another one. The only reason why I bought this one is because it's cute, had red in it. And, sometimes you just want to put on something a little casual. Not all the time because I'm not that kind of woman. But anyway, I kind of like it. Now, my phone may go off because I had it on, let me see. I had this phone on, what do you call it? It had to update. And it wouldn't let me turn it off because it's updating. You have to update your phone. Oh, yes. When it says update, you need to update because, it's keeping the hackers out of it. People hack your phone, so you make sure that you update. Every time it says update, update, okay? All right. So now, because it was off for a while, all these messages are coming through, but I'm looking for setting, and so that I can quiet girlfriend down right here a little bit on the sound. I'll put her on mute. All right. All right. Now listen. I like this show called Hardly. Let me move this over here. Hardly Initiated. So this was my first time joining them live. They're young men in their 30s. I can remember. Anyway, they're in their 30s and very savvy. Very savvy. I like the show, Hardly Initiated, HI. And so I decided that I wanted to watch and see what they were talking about because they have great information for dating. And then I said, listen, I need to talk about some of that on my 65 and older. Well, guess what? A woman called in there because I was thinking, wait, I typed in, I'm probably your oldest listener. Well, a woman called in, 70 years old, to ask questions about dating. I was thinking like, I need her to be with me. And then they said, oh, well, one day we're going to get to that. I'm thinking, like, I do that. So if you're out there and you hardly initiated, which I love them, so stick with them. But let's talk over here with me about 65 and older and dating. Because I can talk about my own self. Yes, I can. I got some more folk I can ask. That's 65 and older. I even did a show on AIB television with Dr. Rosalind Harper and Dr. Alma Vineyard as we talked about dating and what we, how do you do that? What's the difference? Well, it's a whole heck of a lot difference. First, let's start with, I made me a little list. I think my list may be too far away, but, well, anyway, closer to, so I know we were talking about the golden bachelor. And I said, it's some fine black men. Oh my God. There could be great golden bachelors. Not saying that this white guy isn't, but I just want to see that. And then the women had two black women in the bunch. And the women are, the youngest age is 65, I think, maybe 62. I'm going to look at it again and try to get the ages. But I think that you should date closer to your age. Now, exceptions. I always say the exception because I have a very good friend. I love her to life. I met him when he was 20, and I was her friend, and she was 40. And now she is 70, and he is 50. He loves every little thing about her. He helped finish raising her kids. He's the same age as one of the kids. It worked out. It worked out. Because here's the thing. I've gone down this road, so let me stay on it just a little longer. It's a song. When a man loves a woman. You know that song? You subscribe and then write something in there. When a man loves a woman, I'm talking about loves a woman. He loves this on or off. He loves this in or out. Yes, he does. He loves this up or down. I'm talking when a man loves a woman. It doesn't matter. I'm talking about because all this, it has nothing to do with her. He likes her. He likes the spirit of her. He wants to hear her voice. Let me tell you something. When a man can stay away from a woman, that I learned this on Crew. It's a show called KREW. One of these young men said, if a man can stay away from a woman and don't hear her voice, he ain't into you. He don't love you. He said, because when you love that woman, you need to know something about if she's okay. You want to hear her say, "Oh, baby, I'm at work," or "Yes, I'm picking up the kids," or "What do you want me to bring?" He said, "It's the voice. They just want to. He just want to hear your voice." He said, "When you love that person, it doesn't matter. They come in. I don't feel good. I'm in the bathroom. He doesn't care as long as she's somewhere. Now, she doesn't have to be right there next to him, but he wants her somewhere." Okay, wait, I can push this. He wants to know, is she going to be somewhere at some time? Don't have to be right there, right then, but she got to be. That's some kind of love. Now, for me, that love goes on all the way to Jimmy Carter. It goes from here to all the way. It doesn't matter because they're what? How old are they? However age they are, 99. They've been married 75 years. That love stays there. Doesn't matter what. You see, they both need help, but they're probably just glad to be able to rub their shoulders next to each other. You see, when you're in love, I'm talking about that love. Love doesn't care about all this right here. It doesn't care. My person, I want to hear his voice. When I hear his voice, I'm good. You see. So what about you? When he should want to hear your voice. When you got somebody you want me to just. I heard Crew say, I'm very affectionate and feminine something. I don't know what you call this right here, but the guy said he just want her to come by sometime and just rub his shoulder. Well, we want the same thing. I just want him to say, just touch my face up, kiss me on the forehead, or grab me right here and say, hey. It's because we're humans. We need that human touch. We need that human touch. When I was taking care of my hospice person, I wasn't trying to be that kind of love, but I know there was such a thing. You got to give the human touch. So sometimes I would put the food down and say, "Are you okay?" Or I would say, "Let me help you up." Just to have that human touch. It's important. And when a person doesn't want to give you the human touch, he ain't into you, she ain't into you. Go. You need to go to the next person. So anyway, I had a list here. I've gotten off just talking about, I get excited when I start talking about, because I want 65 and older. That woman, let me stop. That woman who called in was 70 years old. She had fallen in love with this man. Took her a long time to sleep with him. But once she did, it was over. That is the problem right there. That's the problem right there. Once you get in the bed, it's hard to get up out that bed. Especially if it's good for both of you. Then what? So, you got 65 and old. You got 65 and old. You need to be careful. He told her, we're just friends. And she can't. Mm, mm, what are you talking about? He said, we know we're just friends. That's what she says. He said that over and over and over. We sleeping together, but we just friends. Ain't nothing, ain't going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. So at 65 and older, the question is, you can answer, put it down there. Do you really want to go somewhere at 65 and older? See, what I wanted to ask her is, he got Social Security, you got Social Security. He got grandkids, you got grandkids. He got kids, you got kids. In the woman's case or in the man's case, something. If you get married, what money gonna stop? You see, so it's a lot of things that happen after 65. What benefits you gonna stop getting? What's going on with your money, and what's the process that is impacted when you get married? And then what's going on in his or her head from back here, back there in history? What's the history? You see? So once he told her, we just friends, if she's looking for something else, I don't care how good it is. You need to let that, she needs to come on out of that. You gotta cry. You gotta cry. You can cry with him in the bed every day, or you can cry when he leaves. I said that to somebody once, I think. When you really want that person, oh my God, you really want that person. You don't care what. She got to work with that. She got to cry. She got to get over it, because time, it may not, you won't forget, but it'll make it better. She got to get into something else, start doing something else for herself. It's hard. You can't tell her to not stop thinking about it. R.C. Blake says, Bishop R.C. Blake says that you're going to still think about that person. He's not saying you're not going to mourn. It's like you mourn. But after a while, you got enough to do. You just get to your next thing. Sometimes you find people, in my case, I wasn't looking for anybody. I don't mean to brag. I'm not, all this is faded. But I've never had a dating problem. That ain't the problem. You gotta want to be bothered. That's bad to say. But when you're a loner in your heart, when you're a loner, when you're just like, you're just a loner. And you like people. I love people, but I'm a loner. And once I decide that this is the person, then I need that person to I need for us to decide at the same time. And that's some kind of way that has to happen. So I just remain a loner. And then people lie. People lie. So it's just better. That way you don't have to worry about anybody lying if you stay a loner. So one of the things we talk about 65 and older is getting somebody in your age group. Get somebody in your age group. Find somebody can talk about the same thing. There's so many things you can talk about in the same age group. Like maybe, Cher is dating this fine though, 35-year-old. He's too young though, man. But hey, it might work out. But she's Cher. So I guess he could do that. And Tina had somebody, she wanted him and he wanted her. Maybe you have to be a star to get the person. I don't know about that. Maybe it works when you're a star. But I say get somebody close to your age. Because you get somebody that's not close to your age, you start having health problems. They don't have any health problems. They don't know anything about it. Maybe, I don't know. You start having some serious health problems. That person's going to get tired of you. I mean, if it's based on sex and you got health problems and you can't perform or you cannot, just cannot, and you all started that way, then that was based on the wrong thing. You have to put some time in with a person. You should put some time in and get to know the person, part of the person. I'm not saying you can't get to know the person along the way. I think you can. I think you can get to know the person along the way. But once you get to know the person, then what? So I don't know, you need to put some time in with each other. You know, like if like I'm a loner, so and my person likes to work by himself, and I like to work by myself, then it should be two offices in the house. You should meet up after office hours. You see? It should be an office for him and an office for her. And then sometimes, then you can creep. I used to love that song, Creeping. Creep, 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 creep. Who was that by? Luther Vandross. I like it by Luther Vandross. Ooh, he make you want to, if you weren't going to creep, the song says, ooh, creep, creep, just the way he sings it. Anyway, I digress. So one of the things, I wish I could find that lady, or maybe some ladies out here. So when you say, well, why should I date? Well, you don't have to date. Baby, boo. You don't have to date. Don't date. Don't date. But when you get on the phone with me and tell me sometimes you get lonely, then that sounds like to me that you want to date. You can't have it both ways. Either you want to date or you don't want to date. Or maybe it's not dating that you want. You just want somebody to just sleep with. What you call that kind of partner? Don't write that because I don't want to say the wrong thing on YouTube. I have to be careful. But, there's some people who just want people just to come in and we just, do what we do. And then that's the it. I don't know. You don't want that. You kind of want somebody to like go to the movies. Or maybe you get a person that you don't do anything with. Just what you need is a good friend. 65 and older needs a good friend that just say, you know what? We go to the movies together. Okay? Like Wayne McMillan. I love Wayne McMillan. I do. We can go anywhere together. That's the kind of friend you need. Everybody needs a Wayne McMillan who will get up and say, okay, let's go to San Juan. I said, oh yeah, well, we're airline people though. That's the other thing. You need a Wayne McMillan if you're an airline person. That just, let's get up and go. Let's go to New York for the day. Because we're friends. You can put your head on your shoulder on the plane and sleep because that's your buddy. We are buddies. You need a buddy. If I wanted to if I call Wayne right now and said, let's go, I can't say drink, can I? Let's go have a mocktail. He'll say, you have a mocktail, I'm having a cocktail. But I can call him and do that. That's what you need. It's somebody in your life, 65 and older, before you get serious about maybe finding somebody, you have to figure out, meet yourself. Remember yesterday, I talked about meeting yourself? Find out who this person, make sure you are healed. Make sure you're ready, because you bring somebody else. And, somebody else coming in here would say, what the heck is that over there? See, I don't have to worry about nobody saying that. About over there? I can just look at it and say, dang, it grew from yesterday because I put one more thing over there. Okay? The person coming in be like, well, why you did it? I don't have to hear that. I can just look at it and say, whew, my goodness, look at that. And turn around and talk back to you all. See, you got to, don't ask for trouble now. Be careful what you ask for, because God will give it to you. You got a sense of humor. You say, oh, I want a man. Well, you'll get one. The man said, oh, I want a woman. You'll get one. You won't have a dime when she finishes, or you'll have something when she finishes. You see? So you need to think about that thing. You need to think about it. See, because we all been young. When you're 65 and older, you've been young. You've been chased after, and you've done some chasing. You done some stuff that you're going to take to your grave. I know I got some stuff to take to my grave. You better take it to the grave with you. Woo! Take it to the grave. You got some stuff. Y'all got some stuff out there. Don't try to judge me. You got some stuff you're going to take to your grave. Please do. But you have dated already, so you already know. The only thing that's changed is the language. The slang words have changed. But the process is still the same. The men do the hunting, and the women do the what? Gathering? I don't know. but men still hunt. I still believe in a man who finds a woman finds a good thing. Now that's you know because I don't want to go out there and I don't, I wasn't looking for somebody when I ran into somebody. I'm not looking for anybody. Mm-mm, mm. It's just too much trouble. For me, it's too much trouble. But for you, it may not be. And you may really be looking for somebody. But for me, it's too much trouble. Unless you come in here. Now, the person that I liked had all that I liked. So I don't have that person anymore. So whatever happened with that, then, hey, I'm not getting ready to. That's over. Done. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So what's the next thing to do? The next thing to do is enjoy life. But for you're looking for somebody. So where you going to find them? If you are busy, that person will find you. Like, I don't have all my subscribers. This is the craziest reasons to not have subscribers when you have 5,000 friends on Facebook and 1,000 of them can't come and subscribe. Black people or white people or purple people, we just cannot help each other. Oh my goodness, don't let me get on that. Let me go back to dating. Dating. What? Ask yourself why you want to date. Ask yourself and be honest with yourself. Look in the mirror and say, I want to date because. And then maybe I need to start me a bachelor show on here. I don't know. I don't want to be responsible for the mess. Just joking. But really, why do you want to date? Ask yourself that. Well, I want companionship. Get a good friend. You got some good friends, some people you went to elementary school with, high school with, college with. They're not doing anything. You want to date a friend anyway, or you want to go out with a friend. Wayne is my good friend. So if you say, well, you marry your friend, that ain't gonna help with Wayne and that. But if if he decided he want to marry somebody, it'd be a line for Wayne. A line, Line. But I wouldn't get in the line because I love him dearly. But we would fight all the time. So you got to know yourself. That's why I said meet yourself. So get you a friend. It's somebody at church, at work. It's somebody retired with you. You get that person, all you all do is you don't do. They stay in their house. You stay in your house. You say, look, let's go. Don't go on no cruise now, because that may turn into something else. No. Go to lunch all daylight, everything in the day. No nighttime. No. They're gonna have some event and go to the event together. Okay, and pick her up at her house, and then take her back to her house, and then you go home. Go home now, because you all are friends. Because you don't want to lose friendship. You turn that thing into something else, and you lose friendship. So first thing we're gonna do at 65 and older, we're gonna find out who we are. The 70-year-old lady, I just want to tell you, it's gonna be hard, but you need to come up out of that on a hardly initiated show. So you need to come up out of that. It's gonna be hard when your heart is in it. Just see her heart was in it. My heart has been in something. When your heart is in it, oh my God, that is so painful. That is so many tears at night. That is so painful. But do you rather have that pain or the pain of knowing the man don't care nothing about you? He's using you. What pain would you rather have? Do you want that? You want that woman to be using you? I learned a new word. You the bag, meaning you got the money. So you a man, and you her bag, and you didn't put your heart into that because she got all the stuff you like, and she know how to get. She know how to. Yes. And you're just like, oh my God, I just can't. Ooh, and you call and check on her and all that. You do all the stuff, but she ain't into you. You the bag. And then to flip that, you the piece. He just using you for what you give him what he wants. So he know he can come back 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock at night. Hey, hey, you know, and you didn't put your heart in it. See, if you put your heart in that thing, when you gonna cry? Cry, healing, or cry, knowing that you ain't nothing to this man, that he's using you, that he don't care nothing about you, that he has lied to you. And you've been with him 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. All this time you thought you were working towards something. Men and women, don't date 65 and older until you are clear on who you are and why you want to date. And then if it's just to have companionship, go get somebody that went to elementary school with you. Go get a friend. Oh, I got a stack of stuff over here. This is just today. Because I can talk about, I'm talking about Georgianne. Go, and women who look good and attractive, you can always have somebody. But is that what you want? Is that why you want them? When I was young, I used to think like, wow, could somebody just like me for me? Could you just find out something about me? Just me. Just me. Do you know anything about me? I got people that don't, still to this day, don't know anything about. People came to the one woman show. They were like, I didn't know you could sing. No, you did not. I didn't know you sang. No, you did not. I didn't know when you do all this. When you what? Because you didn't know anything about me. All you knew was this. She went to school, Spelman, doctorate, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority. You don't know nothing about me. You didn't try to find out. You see? Same with you, men. She didn't know anything about you. And guess what? You didn't tell her anything, I guess. So how you going to date at 65 if you don't know who you are? And how much of you are you willing to give up? Or when you give it up, is the other person giving it all to you too? This woman said, actually, if it's too good to be true, it's not true. One day I said, this is too good to be true. And that's always, but it's okay. "65 and older, today is just the first day of many days I need to talk to you about. What you gonna do? The first, all this week, the rest of the week, we're gonna talk about 65. Are you ready? What are you doing? What dreams did you have? What dreams did you have back there? You see, I got a bunch of stuff. People say, oh, Georgianne, you are just doing, you're doing, how do you have time to do all that stuff? Here we go with black folk. Well, I've been doing it since back there. I never stopped doing it though. No. I had cancer, yes. 3 times, yes. But each time gave me a reason to I had to keep pushing forward. Like this show. I feel like it's somebody out there that needs me to tell you some of this. I'm not a counselor, a certified coach, all these things. I think the Tanya Crossfield, I need to get her certified in this and certified in that. I'm just talking about Georgianne. And it's some more folk that's just like me out there. And we have the personalities to meet people. And but that doesn't mean anything if you are not clear on what it is you're looking for and why. Because it's some tricks out here. There's some tricks at 65. There's some 65 tricks. Talking about trick or treat. It is. And so this first one is, I think you should date somebody. You should date someone or start dating when you know who you are. When you have met yourself again. When you have defined what dating means to you. When you have determined what you're looking for and where it's going. When you understand the healing process of yourself. If there's some healing need to be done. And when you're ready to come out of the past and come into the now, then you might want to think about dating. You know? Because Georgianne, I got some stories for you. I do. I didn't say I was going to tell them all, but I got some for you. And I need you to understand what this whole 65 and older is all about when you start talking about dating. Let me put a pin in all of that and say this is October, Breast Cancer Month. I had breast cancer. I did. And it was something. Dr. Rosberg Phillip was my doctor, my breast cancer doctor, you know. And Dr. Doug Collins, my oncologist. I'm still with my oncologist because I still got stuff going on. After 3 cancers, you have stuff going on. Your best friend is your oncologist. Trust me. But anyway, I love you. You can't do anything about it. I'm enjoying this part of the series. This whole dating thing, it just got me all fired up. Who is that used to say? I have another friend talk about he gets frisky. I've got to ask him about that frisky. What is this frisky all about? You need to be trying to figure out all this number one stuff. You know, why are you out here? What do you want? Who are you looking for? Where are you planning to go with it? And what about you that you still need to know, meet and say, conclude and close out? I love you. And you can't do anything about it.